Drop in the sea. All it takes to set a wave in motion is a single word in action, a hope that we can be the change that we've been longing to see. For our home, our land, our family, it's all within our reach. See this island, every grain of sand. Hear this anthem, it's the voices of our friends. Come whatever. One man on an island, one drop in the sea. All it takes to set a wave in motion is a single word in action, a hope that we can be the change that we've been longing to see. For our home, our land, our family, it's all within our reach. See this island, every grain of sand. Hear this anthem, it's the voices of our friends. Come whatever, on the road ahead. We did it before, and we'll do it again.
When the moments turn to hours and the day's last light is gone, look around us always and remember, there were times we were uncertain, but we just kept walking on. It's always darkest just before the dawn. See this island, every grain of sand. Hear this anthem, it's the voices of our friends. Come whatever, on the road ahead. We did it before, and we'll do it again.
Our home, the home we share, where the garden always grows to earth and light. Though the road ahead is daunting, I know we're gonna be alright.
See this island, every grain of sand. Hear this anthem, it's the voices of our friends. Come whatever, on the road ahead. We did it before, and we'll do it again.
See this island, every grain of sand. Hear this anthem,
It's the voices of our friends.
come whatever, on the road ahead.
We did it before, and we'll do it again.
This is not your usual 9 to 5. Welcome back, guys. If you're new to our show, this is one where we feature uncommon professions in Singapore and maybe learn a little bit more about their trade. So I'm Gladys, your host for the show, and today we have singer and songwriter with us. Let's welcome Vivian.
Hi.
So guys, thank you for joining us on the show. Before we start, please help us to like and share this video. Wait, I'm trying to find my camera. Please help us to like and share this video. We have 2 giveaways happening today. So if you want to help support the show as well as win yourself some vouchers, tag 2 friends down in the comment section as well. You need your sharer tag in order to join us in the giveaway segment, alright? But for now, while waiting for the comments to come in, say hi to us if you're here. Let's talk to Vivian. So it's your first time on the show.
Yes.
And if you guys are probably new to her, so maybe you can introduce yourself first.
Hi, my name is Vivian. Sorry, I just touched my mic. Sorry, my name is Vivian, and I guess today I'm here as a singer-songwriter in Singapore, of course. I'm not, contrary to popular belief, I'm not like I don't gig at bars, I don't perform. Live performance is not what I do. What I do is just mostly write original songs, put them up on Spotify. So less covers and more original music is what I do for the singer-songwriter part. Yeah, and I also have a few songs out, and then usually when I'm busy as a singer-songwriter is when I have like an EP, which is like a mini album or like a new music campaign coming out. Then I have to like promote it online. I have to like write songs and then conceptualize how to package the songs and stuff like that. So that is what I do.
That's really interesting. So up to date, how many songs have you launched or published?
Currently I have 2 full EPs. So my first EP was the year after I graduated. And the second EP was actually during the pandemic lockdown season. So I actually put up the second EP, 3 songs there, and then the 4 songs in the first EP. And then currently I'm also working on a new like concept EP, which is a little bit more political, a little bit to do with like women's menstrual health, menstrual hygiene. So I'm doing like a 3 to 4 song EP on that. Yeah, so officially like albums, like full package wise, there's 2. And then I also have a few singles here and there, like Christmas singles. I also recently released a collaboration with a Japanese artist, so that was pretty fun. So yeah.
Okay, so I kind of lost count, but I guess in essence it's
About
10
to 15.
10 to 15 single songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so as we are continuing onto the show, she's just gonna perform a few of her songs with us. So yeah, she's got her guitar and everything. It's gonna be a very fun night. So please join us until the end of the show. So you've got your guitar with us, right? Okay.
Should I take it out?
Yeah, you can grab it now. So while she's grabbing her guitar, I just had this question. So I know a lot of our viewers on GSCC are mainly Chinese viewers as well. So if you guys find at any point in time of the show that it's more comfortable listening to us in Chinese, please let me know and we'll switch so that it's easier for you guys to understand. But for now, we'll enjoy her songs. Today, she's got 2 songs for us. Maybe, Vivian, you can let us know what is the first song you want to sing.
Yes, so Gladys is right. I have 2 songs, so I'm gonna distract y'all while I talk and tune my guitar. So I'm performing 2 songs today. I'm gonna perform a happy song and then a sad song, but both are love songs because everyone who is a singer-songwriter starts out writing love songs, like Taylor Swift, or like Teresa Zhou. Teresa Ting. Teresa Zhou is my friend. Teresa Ting. So I'm going to be doing 2 songs today. The first song is the first single from my second album/EP. It's a love song that I wrote when I was 15 or 16. So a very long time ago, about a decade ago. This song is called The Spot, and it was when I was super into Taylor Swift, and like love story and love songs were like all the rage. So I wrote one when I was 15, 16, and I was reading a lot of like literature. So this song is like a very simple love song that I wrote to someone that I kind of had a crush on, but I don't know where he is now. So I hope you enjoy it. This song is called The Spot, and I hope you like it.
the stars just to get to you. I swear to God that I won't move from the spot from where I last kissed you. I have a secret for you. Tuesday afternoons. Please hold my heart in your arms and promise it's yours. And if you keep it safe and sound, if I had the world at my feet, I would take to the stars just to get to you. I swear to God that I won't move from the spot where I finally kiss you. If I had the world at my feet, I would take to the stars just to get to you. And I swear to God that I won't move from a spot where I'll finally kiss you.
Thank you. So that was the first song. It's called The Spot. It's like my happiest song. For a while, I've been known to just write songs that are very sad, but I think it's a common but true stereotype for people who write songs and lyrics to start off with sad songs, because that's where the most intense emotion comes from. So this next song I'm gonna play for you guys is my favorite song that I've written. It's my favorite song that I've written, and not in a way that I'm super proud of it, in a way that I think it best kind of that was my ankle. It best sort of encapsulated the feeling that I had when I was writing this song. So, long story short, I was very sad when I wrote this song because, again, I was in love with another person. I always fall in love with people, but like he's a different boy this time. And I wrote this song to kind of help him understand that I knew what he was going through, because he was going through quite a sad time in his life. And I was like, I don't really know you that well, but I kind of like you, and so I also will want to write a song for you. But after I wrote this song about like being sad that someone you love has left you, it didn't really work out between both of us. So it was my turn to be very sad. So this was the last song that I wrote before I took a long break from music for a while, cause like it was bad. Like that's how sad I was back then. So but I finally got over him, and then I decided to, you know what, I'm just gonna go to the studio and get this song properly produced, and I put it out on Spotify with like a music video, and it was part of my first album. But so far, good news is that this is my most played song on Spotify, 500,000 streams, which I'm very proud of. So in general, I'm very proud that I've released this song, but it's still a very sad song. So I'm gonna play this song. It's called Everything Stays. And I hope you like it. It's quite sad. And it's a long song. It's the last song I'm going to play today, so I hope I don't make your Sunday too sad.
Let's just take a walk down the street, just you and me. tell me why you changed your mind. I thought we were in love all this time. So you drew a space in the sky, took down all my clouds and pinned up your feelings, chased away my blues and put on your colors. Said, if you don't want my dreams, then I don't want you. Rather be by myself and think about you and the places I should be. Give me back pieces you pulled out from me. Tired of breathing hard, tired of falling apart. So I guess this is it. Everything stays but you. You. No, 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 no.
Thank you.
Wow, that was really nice. So that was the two songs that Vivian was gonna perform today. But if you guys have actually heard the songs before and you want to request for more, let us know in the comment section down below. But for now, that was it. Once again, our like and share giveaway is happening. So if you guys are here, please say hi and share this video out. Tag 2 friends down in the comment section below. Alright, so on top of the performance, as with our every episode of Not Your Usual 9 to 5, we always chat with them to find out more about how they make this their trade and how they make this a sustainable career. So we're going to have a chat with them to find out more. So from what I heard from Vivian just now as we were chatting, you've actually been in this for about 3 years now. So how did you start?
So just give you all a bit of context, I went to the same school with Gladys. I'm a senior of 1 year, so sometimes I will look at Gladys for help because I've lost count of the years that have passed since I graduated from school. So when I graduated from school, which is, like you said, 3 years, I think, I can't remember, I wasn't open about my original music, I wasn't open about songwriting, I wasn't open about wanting to be in the music scene, as they would say, because I was very shy. I was like, ooh, you know, look at all these other more successful Singaporean songwriters and singers who can write way better than me. And then I think coming to the end of university, it was more of like, I think all of us know, at the ending of every kind of school institution, like your last year, you're always kind of stressing and panicking about what you want to be when you graduate. For me, it was like do I want a full-time job? Do I want to work in an agency? You know, do I want to work in a music agency when I don't even know much about the music scene, or do I want to like, you know, just grit my teeth and try a year of just releasing original music, which is quite different from performing cover music at bars and like public places. So I think at the end of the year four, like the last schooling year, I was like going through a lot of things. I was going through this stress. I was going through this confusion as to what I wanted to do about my music. I was also very sad, as you could tell from the previous song, because of that boy. So I was really, my mental health was really like rock bottom. But I think I had some friends who were just like, they did it first. So I also have friends who also, you know, we kind of went through uni together. We put out music. We let each other hear our own original music. And then so they did it first. They had a band, they did it first. And then I was sort of there to help them with the entire rollout of their albums and like their live concert. Non-existent now, but like live concert last time. So I was there to watch, and I was really like there to see how the industry could be like. And then after their turn, I was like, I'm ready. I just want to try, even if I struggle like 1 year without a full-time job, just doing this creative stuff. Like, I think I would regret not trying it because all these songs were quite fresh with me. So after they did it, then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. So that was when I decided to bring all these like songs that I wrote. Last time it was just like notebook and pen and like a voice memo in my iPhone, that kind of thing. I mean, that's still how I write songs right now, but back then I remember just sending all these like iPhone recordings to like my producer, who is now a friend, but like last time he was like this huge hotshot to me. But so I sent him the songs and I was a bit nervous. I was like, what if he doesn't want to do these songs? Like, what if he says they suck? Because back then my self-esteem was like rock bottom. And if you're creative, you always, like, before you show someone your creative output, you're always very like nervous. You're very like, oh my God, what do you think I suck? Like, so I was very nervous. I was like, what if he doesn't want it? Like, what if I'm not as good? Because I'm not musically trained. I don't know music theory. So all the songs that I write are by ear. Sometimes I don't even know what chords I play on the guitar. So it's always like a gamble with me. But to my surprise, he said that he loved the songs and he wanted to work with me. So then I was just like, oh, okay, great. You know, we did one song and I remember going to the studio for the first time and I was so nervous. And after that song, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. Because my idea of music back then was like, oh, you must be like very technically proficient. You must know all the chords. You must know, you cannot be flat, you cannot be pitchy. You must know all this music theory, but I didn't know any of it. But when I went to the studio, I realized that being in the original music industry, like writing original music versus being the cover band industry is very different. For the original music, it's really about creativity. It's really about how you can bring different creative elements into the studio to make a song. You don't necessarily have to be like, oh, I know what this key is. It's like a B flat. Like, you know, it's like, oh, I kind of want this song to sound like this movie. So it was very fun for me because that's how like that's the thing that I enjoyed most in like school. Like film, I enjoyed taking film classes and enjoyed watching movies in school and like cartoons and stuff. So that was when I realized I really loved it. And then one EP became 2 EPs and now I'm on my 3rd EP. So yeah. It was a very long story, but yes.
Don't worry about it. That was very interesting to hear. So I think the biggest takeaway I had was that I didn't know there was a difference between original music and cover music and the industries between these two.
I mean, I've been in the industry for, I think, I'm going to say 3 to 4 years again, because that's my gauge for everything right now. Everything is 3 to 4 years because of COVID. But same, when I was like, I think every kind of person who hasn't kind of been involved in the music scene will not know this difference. And actually the music industry in general is a huge industry. We're looking at kind of original, like your top 20 Ed Sheeran, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande stuff, but we're also looking at, you know, cover people who perform at bars, people who provide entertainment for you guys, at the restaurants, at, you know, even buskers sometimes when you walk down the streets in Singapore. Then we're also talking about music in television. So the background music that you hear on television, the background music that you hear in films, everything feeds back into the music industry, and it's very closely related to other forms of, I guess, the entertainment industry and the arts industry. So that was something that I had to learn within the 3 to 4 years after I graduated school, because I knew that I was kind of invested in the local industry and I wanted to help out beyond writing music. So I did like marketing and I did kind of project management for other musicians who wanted to release music. So it's a huge ecosystem. It's very confusing to people who are not interested in it, but I was very interested in it. And then slowly after 3 to 4 years of, slugging it out, meeting my heroes in the music scene, and then kind of be like, okay, well, that's it lah. And also meeting my other heroes, like kind of redefining what a music hero, like I used, like for example, if you like Charlie Puth, for example, like, and then being the scene is like, oh, that is Charlie Puth, he's right there, that kind of thing. So after 3 to 4 years of kind of having my feet in the music scene, because I worked with a music label for a while, I realized that at the end of the day, my favorite thing to do within the music industry is still to create my own music. Yeah, there are people who are really good at writing songs for other people, like those type of producers who can sit in the studio and write like top 20 pop songs. But that's not me. I'm very stubborn. I don't like it when people tell me what to do. So therefore, I'm quite like resilient in the sense that I want to do my own things. I want to create my own things. I don't want people to tell me that what you're doing is not catchy enough, not relevant enough. So so in that sense, I'm back to square one. I'm all by myself again. I'm like doing my own thing without any like plans to be involved in any bigger things in the music industry.
So I guess it's all about choice, because as an artist you have a choice to do a lot of different things. Because I feel like, since you said it's a whole ecosystem, if you can create original music, you can sing, you definitely can sing cover songs, and you definitely can perform. So it's just about whether you wanted to do it or not.
Exactly, yeah.
So you had the choice, but you choose to do your own.
Yeah, that's a very
music.
good point actually. Anyone who wants to kind of dabble in arts, you always have a choice. It's just that whether you like it or not. You can be really bad at something, but they always say like, if you do it like once, it's horrible, but you do it 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, you can become good at something. So at the end of the day, it's really about what you want to do, and whether you have the power in yourself and your circumstance to do it. Because some people, they're like, I really want to do music, but I cannot afford it right now. I need to put food on the table, or like, I want to focus on like getting my PhD, for example. So and my choice at the end of the day was to kind of just do what I want and kind of just be like the independent kind of, okay, I'm just here, doing my everyday Singaporean life, but also once in a while I have new music. Check it out on Spotify, that kind of thing.
So since we were talking about that, right, and Spotify, where is your music streaming at? Maybe you can share it with our friends on live.
Hi, everyone. So I'm signed to a local Singaporean music label called Where Are the Fruits. And if you're not into the indie local music scene, there are actually a lot of small labels that help musicians go onto streaming platforms, all the major streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube even. And then for international listeners, there's KKBox. There's something else that I cannot remember. But there are many, or Jukes in Malaysia. So all my music is available on most major streaming platforms. So that's the beauty about being distributed and having like a label back you, is that your music can be heard from all the way. I have people from like Germany listening to my music, because sometimes Spotify is really nice to me and puts my music on like international playlists. And people all the way from Germany are like listening to my music at like 3 a.m. or like, and one example is that Singapore is not my biggest. Most of my listeners actually come from Taipei, which is very strange to me lah, because I rarely go to Taiwan. It's just that people there, they're like, oh, what is this song? And then they listen to it. And like Japan as well. My first EP was actually, we had a physical, so we printed. A company from Japan contacted me saying that they were really interested in distributing my CD, my album in Japan. And in Japan, it's very different from Singapore and Asia. People still buy CDs there. Like, that's why they have those huge like CD shops. It's everywhere. So someone contacted me saying that, hey, we're interested in distributing your EP as CDs. So for like a year, if you were to go into Japan, into Tokyo, into one of those huge CD shops, you'll see my name and my CD, which is really cool. And I think that's all because of the power of digital streaming lah. Yeah, so that's really the most exciting, one of the most exciting things about being a musician at this day and age. Because I don't really like to do live shows. and like I feel that I enjoy myself best when it's just me and the guitar. And I don't like, nobody will be like, Viv, can you open for like this big music festival? I'm just one girl with my guitar. I'm not Ed Sheeran. So I don't really do a lot of live shows. But because of social media, because of like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, I've had people reach out to me from various countries just, you know, to tell me that they love my music or to even collaborate and create new music. So that I think is one of the most rewarding things that I've had experienced so far.
That's really nice to hear though.
Yeah.
So on top of what was really nice for your heart and soul, which is all these feedback from people who have listened to your song, right? What would you say, what kind of songs did you say performed the best on the streaming platforms for you?
You cannot get me on this because I'll get really like aggravated. Because just now I already mentioned that I'm quite stubborn. Like I'm stubborn and I'm very opinionated about many things, especially after working actually working in the industry. Like as we all know, you get a bit jaded, you get a bit tired. So personally for me, just looking at the amount of music that I put out so far, the songs that do the best are sad love songs. Sorry, that's just what it is. Sad love songs, and also I think recently there's a resurgence of like the whole lo-fi music. And if you don't know what lo-fi is, it's basically just like you see a young kid with a lot of buttons and they press it's like and then they sing in their bedroom. So because of COVID and because of the lockdown across the world, there's a huge resurgence in bedroom pop, which is like just young talented musicians sitting in their bedrooms creating music with just a simple mic and like plugins. So lo-fi music is really in because it's so simple, right? As a listener, you're like, wow, the whole like, what's that called? Lo-fi and the 24-hour lo-fi girl. I forgot the name.
I know what you're talking about.
The lo-fi meme. Yeah, it's really big. I think because of the simplicity of it and how catchy it is and how effortless it is, and that's really popular now. So even in my music, I try to explore these different genres, and I feel that the one that really caught everyone's attention, like when I released it, it wasn't really the sad songs. The sad songs kind of like grow, you know, because people are sad all the time, and like 6 months later, there'll still be someone who's very sad who stumbles across my music and be like, oh my god. But like things like, sorry, I just spat. The song that I released and got a lot of people like, oh my gosh, this song is really cool. Like it was a lo-fi, the very simple, like very low effort, no tears, just like sitting back and singing, mumbling to yourself. So that's really popular. So these are the two, I think. Yeah, but recently, because I listen to so much music, because I watch so much television, pop music doesn't really appeal to me anymore. They all start sounding the same to me. I know some of y'all really love pop music, but like to me, sometimes it gets a bit tiring. So right now I'm going back to like when we were kids. I think our generation, we were like the punk rock, emo, My Chemical Romance. Like, yeah, so I'm going back to that because I've always wanted to feel what it's like to release a rock song and to release something that's very like, because you can't do that in real life. So that's what I'm working on right now. So that's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool. So looking at the past songs that you have performed, you mentioned that Everything Stays got you 500,000 streams on Spotify. Is that your best performing stream as well?
Yep. And the exciting thing is that it will keep snowballing because, like I mentioned, sad songs
are always a hit.
Yeah, everyone gets sad all the time. Yeah.
But you have a lot of other sad songs as well, right?
Yeah, I do. I just think because the songs that I write, I always like to write with a story, a singular story in mind. So I guess Everything Stays it's also a story about heartbreak, which is I think the most
relatable.
Yeah, universal, relatable song. I have other sad songs, like I have a song called Baby Shoes, which is my personal favorite. I know I said Everything Stays was my personal favorite, but like
in different contexts.
Yeah, in a different context, Baby Shoes is my personal favorite. I performed it for a TED Talk I did a few years back because it really helped me get through like family stuff. Like, because Baby Shoes is essentially about being adopted and the identity and the kind of like very confused like turmoil that you have finding out about that, and the fact that I managed to write it into the song and kind of come up with it give it a new life in the studio was very like cathartic to me. So that's a sad song, but it's not my best performing song because I guess it's not
as
that
relatable.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
So I guess since you're so into the original music scene and industry, right? To those out there who are also trying to make their own music, what are the tips that you can give to them? How can they stand out? How can they survive?
Okay, listen up, TikTok generation. Sung to you. Actually, don't take my word for it. I don't like. No, I love TikTok. I love scrolling before I sleep and then not sleeping at the end of the day. But like for the younger people who are, or you don't even have to be that young. You could be like, you know, already have your job and your kids and you just suddenly want to write music. If you ever want to explore or like venture into the original like indie music scene in Singapore, I think just do your research. Like you can just Google, or you can, like, all these musicians are within reach. You can drop them a DM, drop them an email. If they don't reply, you drop another musician an email, and then kind of reach out to people who are not only musicians but stakeholders in the scene who like help out musicians put their song on Spotify. Those people aren't musicians. Some of them really just love the music industry. They just work in the music industry.
You want to help build the community, help people who want to try.
Yeah, so and it's definitely more than just being a musician in Singapore. You can write for other people. You can even help out in the scene. You can really know how to, you can work at Spotify if you want to apply, that kind of stuff. So yeah, do your research. Don't be afraid to reach out, but be polite at all times. Be polite. And I think, don't try to be anything. Don't try to copy trends. Just do what you like. Because I think Singapore music, like, what is the Singapore music sound, right? What is Singaporean music? We're so young. So I think it's the people now who are putting out original music that are really kind of shaping what overseas people might perceive Singaporean music to be like. So yeah.
Okay, so I guess your biggest tip would be one. I gotta summarize because like there's a long story and then sometimes I get a bit lost in all the details, right? So I guess her three biggest tips would be one, to do your research. How are you gonna do this, right? Two is to seek help and don't be shy to ask if you're not sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in the scene right now who you can reach out to, even if you think that they're really big and they might not be friendly, but they actually could be very helpful and very willing to help. And then the third one would be to be yourself, especially if you're trying to stand out in the original music scene. You have to be your own original self.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's really important. And maybe it's because how you've so rightfully, stubbornly stuck to your beliefs that your music managed to reach so many countries.
I mean, there are people in the industry who have had way bigger numbers than I am, but that's just not what I perceive my own success to be. Yeah.
Okay, and while we're talking about this, I was actually just reading the comments. So we've had some people coming in already. John, thanks for saying good evening. We've got a bunch of people also tagging your friends, but only Gary has got the share tag. So guys, if you want to join us in our giveaway, you need to grab your share tag. So like this video and then share it out on your public feed. So you have to share it to public domain. You can't just do it on a private page just for friends. If not, you can't get your share tag. And then after that, you tag 2 friends down in the comment section below in order to join us in our giveaways. We'll be selecting the winners very soon actually. Time is quite short. A 1 hour live passes so fast. So quickly tag your friends and stay on with us. We're going to continue on getting to know more about the original music scene in Singapore. And yeah, if you know anyone who is interested and is trying to reach out and stand out in the scene, get them to stay tuned to this show. So I believe we were talking about tips. But one thing that confused me when you were sharing your story just now was getting signed and then being distributed. So how does that earn you money as a singer? Because to be practical, you need to eat, right?
Yeah.
So does it affect your income if it gets more streams or?
I mean, the thing that I have to say first to kind of set the context is that I am not making a living just through music, solely through music. I have my other full-time gigs. I've been freelancing for, again, 3 to 4 years. I've been freelancing for 3 to 4 years. I've had to do projects to kind of hit that monthly income cap, right? So music has never really been there for me monetarily. In fact, my mom likes to call it expenditure because I have to pay the people who help me like work together with me. I know like we work together and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, they are providing their expertise and their service. So I have to pay them because they have to make a living, and I have to pay the artist to draw my campaign, like EP and album art. So to my mother, it's a huge expenditure. To me also, recently I've realized that, as a young adult, we all want our own place. We all kind of want to, settle down, have our own place. You don't want to live with our parents forever. Or like some people getting BTOs, yada, yada, yada. Stability, it comes with, in Singapore, it comes with like steady income and stuff like that. And I think it would be impractical to want to be a original musician like what I'm doing, to be as stubborn as me, and also expect like a full-time monthly pay. So what I do is that I have other skill sets. So I'm a digital marketer as well, and also event planning, project management. The past 4 years, I've been doing a lot of freelance jobs. So talking to people, getting jobs, selling my services, I guess. And I've managed to stay afloat. But this year, I was like, no, I need to slow down. I cannot keep putting out music like this because I kind of want to settle down. Like I want a full-time job. I want to focus on one thing because I know if you're a freelancer, your mind is constantly split. So for the past 3 to 4 years, I was constantly like, I have job A, job B, job C, job D. And at the height of my freelance life, I had like 5 concurrent jobs. And that's crazy. And it leads to burnout real fast. So this year I was like, I kind of want to focus in on one full-time job and then maybe do the music thing as and when I feel.
So since you're doing it, you're trying to take it slow with your music, right? Based on the past music that you have distributed and around the world, does it earn you money the more streams you get?
Oh yeah, sorry, back to your question. I realized I didn't answer your question. Yes, it does. I mean, quantity is, with online streaming, it's always about quantity. So obviously, I mean, it's very complicated. The streaming like algorithms and the streaming industry and the music industry itself is quite complicated, and I don't want to get into it ever. But definitely the more streams you have, the more money you'll get. But it's still not enough, I feel. Like in order to really be like make money through it, you need to have, I would say, more than 5 million streams. Because like, yeah.
So does the payout come monthly, or is it that once it hits 5 million streams, the money comes in?
It comes, so I sign with a label. It depends on which label you sign with. For my label, it comes quarterly because that's just how the bigger aggregators kind of process the streams, process the money. So I get paid quarterly, which is already quite rabak, like quite tall. Every 4 months, every 3 months you get paid once. So.
I guess this is why a lot of singers try to delve into like different sources of income, but all related to music.
Yeah.
Sometimes they write for TV shows,
yes.
they perform at bars and stuff like that.
I mean, it's part of being a creative. Like if you're like a film director and you have to like do commercial films, right? You have to what they call sell out in order to earn a bit of money, to do to continue doing what you love. Yeah.
I understand. Okay, and looking at the comments again, hi En Ming, Yu Wei is in as well. Thank you for tagging. Bliff is in the show already. Yu Wei says that lo-fi hip-hop radio beats are the best to relax or study to. I guess that's why she says that lo-fi is very, very popular right now.
Yeah, because after a while it just becomes like repetitive, like background. Like it's like you zone out.
Helps you to focus.
Yes, and then you focus for like 3 hours. But it's the same beat going on in the background. Yeah.
Okay, I guess based on what you have said, there are many ways to make it sustainable for an artist, and one way, if you want to be completely involved in music, would be to do a lot of things at the same time. So you can make your own music and stream it on platforms.
Or you could be a music teacher.
You can be a music teacher. And then you need to perform, you need to write for TV episodes, and do all of that to make it as a sustainable career.
Yes, to do music 100% of the time. But I'm not I can't.
Yeah, but you try to like just focus on one, which is making your own original music. So you have to like delve into other types of income streams. Yeah. I guess that's about it. In a sense, for you to. Do you teach?
Music? No, I could never. I think because, like I mentioned, everything that I write and everything that I put out is very from the heart. I don't like that word. It's very instinctive, I feel. Like, this song is like that because, it sounds, these are the only 2 chords that I know how to play and they sound good together, that kind of thing. So I could never teach music because, first of all, it'd be a gigantic waste of your money. But I have friends who are, they go to music school and then they start off teaching songwriting or like just, teaching how to play guitar and stuff like that. But things like songwriting, I feel I could never teach a class on songwriting because songwriting is so personal to me. And it really depends on like what you read. Some people who always read the news, sometimes they can write like, their music sounds like newscasters, or like rap music. So
would you say that a person needs to have studied music in order to be a music artist?
Oh no, I didn't study music at all. So I just love music. The reason why I am doing music is because I love it. That's literally, obviously I didn't love it enough to study it because I loved it too much. I didn't want to ruin it for myself. I definitely say no. If you can play by ear, the thing about music is that it's very bodily. Like you can listen, like listening to things and hearing pitch is very natural. It's a very
it's not natural for me.
Yeah, that's why you're not, ma. But like to be honest, some people they really love music to the sense where when they love how it makes them feel, and then they can translate this into actual music, and they just do it. So yeah, I would say if you're self-aware enough to kind of put together a tune that sounds good to you, that you want to bring it to life, go ahead, just do it. There are no rules, I feel.
While we had a chat just now before the show, so on top of your career or your pursuit of your career as a music artist, you also have another income stream, which is jumping fitness or trampoline. I think that's quite interesting. Maybe you can share with us a bit more about that.
Okay. So when I graduated from university, I was really, really like, I was clinically depressed. Like I had to see a therapist and stuff like that. And like I think because when you graduate from university, you suddenly have all this freedom, especially as a freelancer. You're like, I have no job at the moment, So I started to do exercise, class plus, everyone's favorite class plus. So I was trying to get into sport because I realized that I hate running. I hate all these like quote unquote standard exercises you get. So I started going on class plus and I found a studio and I found a sport that I really liked, which is jumping fitness. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what jumping fitness is those studios where they are like one trampoline per person, and then you just jump for like 1 hour. You follow the instructor, the music and stuff like that. So the idea of jumping fitness is that it's not a dance thing, it's not Zumba, or it's not like ballroom dancing, but it's also not dance, because there's choreography. You go left, right, and you follow the beat of the music. And it's so beat heavy and beat centric that it's essentially just cardio to music, which is something I love. Because I love to dance to music, but I'm not a good dancer, right? But jumping fitness, when I first did, I found my studio called Pristic Studios, at Clarke Quay, if you're interested. And I for the first time in my life, I embarked on I did an exercise that I really liked, and I didn't mind going back again and again. And so once I started to like exercise more and kind of be more aware of my body and fitness wise, then I think it really helped put into perspective a lot of things for me, and it really helped improve my mental health. So then after that, like 1 year became 2 years, and then 2 years became 3 years, and then one day they were like, well, you want to go for the instructor course? And I was like, not really, but someone sabo me and I went, and then right now I'm teaching. Which is if you do something for like 3 to 4 years, teaching it is a completely different ballgame. So right now it's like, it's different. I still enjoy jumping and I enjoy the experience on the trampoline. But right now it's really like, it's like performing to me, because there's music and there's beats. So I would encourage anyone who is currently thinking about going to exercise to really find a sport that, or an activity that you like, and then you can keep doing. Because I changed my opinion on exercise when I found out about this like trampoline fitness thing. So that's why I'm teaching it, because some people may really enjoy it, and then they might really change the outlook on their life, change their lifestyle and stuff like that.
Yeah, you mentioned that going into it also helped you a lot with like songwriting and music.
Yeah. Yes, kind of. Yeah, I mean, it always comes with new experience. So I definitely became more sensitive to the beats, because I have to choreograph to the beats. And all my music friends know that I cannot follow the metronome, which is horrible. It's a horrible thing for a musician. So like a click. So I can't do it, but like ever since I started teaching, I have to follow it, because I have to like cue and I have to choreograph. And I've definitely become my hand-eye coordination has definitely improved, because I cannot like embarrass myself in front of other people. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely fun. It's definitely also, I mean, it comes with fitness. You feel more confident, you feel more comfortable in your own body. highly encourage you to just explore different exercises. Yeah, in the beginning, I was very self-conscious lah, and right now I don't really care anymore. Yeah.
That's interesting. So I've always heard about it, but I never really knew. But I guess it's interesting because sometimes a lot of people feel that in order to be good in your job or in order to do it, let's say you want to be a musician, you have to do a lot of things related to music specifically. But actually, if you're just like indulging yourself in life experiences, example jumping fitness, you can also learn a lot and it relates back and help you out with music.
Yeah. Also, I've stopped making music the center of my world. I feel that it was quite healthy for me. Oh no, sorry, I touched the mic again. It was quite healthy for me. And right now, I just want to let life influence my music rather than the other way around. Like live life for music, if that makes sense.
Why would making music the center be unhealthy for you?
I think because, like we mentioned, the whole Spotify, getting...
Like how many streams did I get
many
today?
streams you get, like, I don't know if you're... Okay, maybe if you're on Spotify, you will know this feeling. I think everyone who is on Spotify as an artist will know this feeling. The day of your release at 12 midnight, when your song goes onto Spotify, the first hour you'll be like, oh my god, which playlist did I end up on? Oh my god, how many people are listening now? And the first release of my life, I was obsessing over numbers for days. And then to the point where it became quite toxic. Because can you imagine the second release, you're like, oh my god, if it doesn't live up to the first release, that's it, I'm done. So if you allow it to snowball and take over your entire life, it is very, very toxic, I feel. And these kind of things you cannot control. Like, I didn't know that Everything Stays would have been the most streamed song because when it came out, no one really talked about it. You know, so... And also I feel that if I put music at the center of my life, everything I do is kind of cause of music. I feel that that's not very... I mean, there's so many other things to do. Like we mentioned, like jumping is one thing, like exercising is one thing, getting a full-time job is another thing. You know, even going to the zoo. Like if I went to the zoo just so I could write a song about animals, that would be horrible. So right now, I think I fit the mold of like someone who writes when she wants to write. You know, got things just write, like nothing then don't write. And that's why I'm not signed to a big label. That's why I generally just do whatever I want. As usual, very stubborn. So, yeah.
Actually, I've heard this phrase from a senior before. So if you want to do it for a long time, you have to make it a lifestyle, not the main thing in your life.
Yes.
Because like one day you're just gonna be so tired of it and you can't continue anymore.
Exactly. It's strangely enough, but I hear this a lot from moms. So new moms,
really?
they're like, you know, that another one of my friends said like a good mom is a happy mom. You don't have to be there for your kids 24/7, but you have to be a happy mom lah. You know, so a lot of moms, I don't want to talk about motherhood, but like when you first give birth to a kid and if you make your entire life about taking care of your child, it's very easy to burn out. And I feel a burnt out parent is not what your kids need, you know. So yeah, I mean, it applies to everything in life. Jobs, parenthood, I would say even relationships, but yeah.
Actually, when you mentioned the streaming thing, right, and how you anticipate each stream to have to match up or even be better than the previous one, it reminded me of the social media pressure that people face. Like sometimes every photo you post has to be good or has to be better than the previous one. How many likes did I get? That kind of thing.
And funny that you should mention that. Increasingly, a lot of if you're signed to a big label, there's a lot of pressure for you to get social media numbers, because they're like, oh, we want to make you a star, and like, what's a celebrity? Like, many people know you, right? So, and it's very difficult, lah, right? So, that's another reason why I will never be the prototype for like, I will never be signed to a big label because, obviously, when business is in the picture, then there are a lot of KPIs, a lot of numbers involved.
And it's true that you have to hit the numbers.
Yes, and then you have people buying followers and then all that nonsense. And then, yeah, so I currently am trying to live my life off social media, which is very difficult. Actually, saying it right now, it's so difficult. Like, on social media, I'm like, everyone's crazy, like, everyone's eating all the time. But then in real life, I'm just like, gosh, I'm so alone. So, yeah.
Okay, I see. I guess like it's also another way for you to manage your own mental health and make it sustainable for you, right? So it really depends. I guess the biggest takeaway from this sharing with Vivian would be that you need to choose the kind of path you want for yourself as a music artist. Whether if you are able to delve into it full time, are you able to constantly build yourself and brand yourself as an artist, then go ahead and go big. But then if you're someone who really wants to just stick to what you want to do solely, like Vivian, then you have to make choices.
Yes, take care of yourself so you can walk longer lengths.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe in future the music scene or in general, because in a lot of industries it can be a lot about numbers as well.
Yeah.
Who knows, maybe in the future it will change and it might not just be about that.
Exactly.
Maybe
What
really
was TikTok
indie.
6 years ago? I don't even know. Look at TikTok now.
Yeah, so maybe there will be like a bigger path and career for
Things
for
change, I
indie
guess.
artists.
Yeah.
Would you call yourself that?
Yes,
Indie
like
artist?
independent artist. Yeah, there's a lot of discussion about this term, but yes, I'm an independent artist.
Okay. Yeah. So we have actually a lot about. Oh, Bliss is saying that she agrees about the social media pressure being not healthy.
Who?
Bliss.
Good for you. Get off social media.
Okay, so I think we really had a lot of things that we wanted to talk about and share as well. But in the essence of time, we are very near the end of the show. So if you guys have any more questions, you can actually talk to us, whether it's about music with Vivian or with me about the show. So maybe Vivian, you can share with us where people can find your music or talk to you on socials, the one that you really hate.
Actually, I kind of love it also, like, you know.
It's a love-hate.
Yeah, it's a love-hate. If you want to talk to me, I guess no non-consensual stuff, no weird stuff, but you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at BUTTLICKS. I repeat, BUTTLICK. This is another reason why people don't cite me, because my Instagram handle is buttlicks. And you can also, I also have new music coming out this coming Friday.
Ooh.
Rock on. Yes.
You gotta repeat that, it was too soft.
I got new music coming out on this coming Friday. Rock on.
What time?
12 noon. It drops on all streaming platforms at 12 midnight.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you can find me on Instagram or Facebook.
And then if they want to check out your music,
I'm on Spotify as Vivian Yap. My name is probably on
VIVIEN.
YAP.
That's right. So yeah, that's about it on Vivian's end. But for my end, we have to choose 2 winners for our like and share giveaway. So today is actually the first time we're doing this. I actually tried to do a like and share giveaway on our first episode, but I wasn't so sure about it, so in the end we didn't. But today we can give it away. So I see 2 winners. So our first one is Gary TXT. Thank you for tagging Bliss and Jean Tan. The second one is Bliss. Thank you, you actually got her in. And then Bliss, you tagged back Gary and Jean, but next time please tag someone else. So congratulations guys. Each of you have won a $20 GrabFood voucher.
Oh my god.
In order to claim the voucher, you have to contact me on my Facebook page at GladysBYT. So just DM me on my Facebook page. I'll repeat, at GladysBYT by midnight today, okay? I'll super emphasize this. You have to let me know and just DM me by midnight. If not, it will be considered forfeit, okay? But don't worry, we will have this like and share giveaway for every show, so do continue to come on down and support us. But for now, we're near the end of the show, and yeah, for first, I would like to thank Vivian for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me.
It's very interesting to hear like a different perspective, especially from the original music scene, which is, I feel, less commonly known compared to the cover music scene.
Yeah.
So that was really fresh to hear from her. And also on the bigger part, I hope that it kind of gave you guys more courage to pursue your dreams, but also more knowledge and insight on how you can go about doing so.
Yes.
If you have feedback about the show, same thing, you can let me know on my Facebook page at GladysBYT. And if you have an uncommon profession that you want to share, or if you know anyone else who has one and you want them to share, please let me know, and we would really love to bring them on the show.
Fed.
Yeah. But for now, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Make sure to like and share this video, and I'll see you guys next Sunday, same time, 8 to 9 p.m. Bye.
Bye.